This episode of Death Battle Cast is brought to you by Hawthorne. Stay tuned for more later in the show.
Hey!
Yay. Hey.
Go ahead.
Ben's gone, so I'm going to run this ship into the ground.
Sweet.
Let's fucking start.
These always go well.
I'm Sam.
I'm Noel.
I'm Josh.
I'm Chad.
Wow, that was so easy.
We
cool.
can see ourselves.
How y'all living today?
Well, pretty good. We're back recording a broadcast right now.
Yeah, we are.
Our new studio that we were in is now getting redone by broadcast, so we're back at broadcast until the new studio is done, and then we're back there. And I stole our previous set's table because they told me we weren't going to need it again.
I helped you put it in your trunk.
Yes, you did. It's at my house. Maybe I'll bring it back for next week. We'll see.
Cool.
It's really heavy.
I'm sure it is.
Very cumbersome.
Is it just like in your garage?
Yeah, it's just in my garage right now. I'm trying to find a place for it.
Well, we were talking, it'd be fun to just be on a different RT broadcast set.
Yeah, I think I would love to just swap over and do like, just be on off-topic set next week. Like just
Oh yeah, I
run
think they're
through
set
the
up for it
sets.
right now.
That'd be fun.
That one's always open.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Off Topics has beer though, so that was really my go-to.
Good call. Good
Yeah.
call. That's true. We're over here now. I can't go steal it from their set. Nicholas loves that. Anyway, yeah, no, it should be fun. So thanks for hanging out, guys. I don't know what's on the agenda today. Because I definitely drove to the other studio and then realized that we were back here today, so drove back and just got here. So
That sounds
Yeah,
super pretentious, though. I drove to the other studio.
We have so
studio am I
many
supposed to be at?
studios.
So
Yeah,
many
I think
studios.
we're supposed to talk about Deadpool and Max because it is out for first members now, not
Right.
everybody. We'll do a Q&A next week, like is
that way we have
normally our
enough time to
process.
collect all the questions.
Yeah, and see how YouTube. We got positive questions from the site. Need to wait till YouTube gives us some negatives. And we'll throw them together next week.
It looks
But yeah,
amazing.
we did it.
Yeah, it does.
It's
Yeah.
really cool. Working with 2D teams is always fun. They're really, really talented. Makes us feel a little jealous sometimes of all their skills. But at least me, I look over there, they're all like, oh, wow, we're professionals. And
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, oh, cool.
Oh, yeah.
That must be neat. Yeah, fun though. But I really just, like, all that's on my mind is Thanksgiving, because that's in 2 days.
Sure.
It's funny. I was just texting Lauren, and it was just like, man. So I used to do a podcast with Funimation called Double Talk, and we would have a Thanksgiving tradition. You remember the tradition?
No, I just remember the last time we saw her.
What?
We were at
what's
the
the
bar.
tradition?
and all the
No.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. That's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah, we used to have a tradition for
I'll
Thanksgiving.
tell you after.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Our tradition was just whiskey and goldfish, and we would do like the Thanksgiving episode, and we get fucking hammered, and like Justin once just fell out of his chair because of sheer drunkenness. So
Oh, man.
Yep.
I was just thinking about that. Maybe
Like
we
goldfish will
maybe
do
we
it
could
to
do
you.
a.
Yeah, goldfish, really.
It's like,
That's like Thanksgiving.
it's like a little
Start
sleeper
swimming
thing.
around in there. No good.
Dude, April's already like, she's got the turkey, she's got a bunch of stuff
Are
ready.
y'all staying here or going to Dallas?
We're staying here. Her
That's
her
nice.
parents are coming down, and then my parents
Yeah,
are
because
coming
y'all
down.
got 2 ovens, right?
No.
No, that was the old house.
Yeah,
that
the
had
old
2
dude.
ovens.
That is a sensitive subject with April. Like, because April loves to fucking cook, and like her dream is double ovens, and we had it in our house in Frisco.
Double ovens? Like
Yeah,
a cooking show?
Yeah.
Like, as in she's gonna, like, put
It's-
one in,
it's a
and
real
then
thing.
a
So,
done
like,
one
it's-
comes
so-
out?
It's like for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Right. So it's one oven on top of the other, and you can then control them both, so you can cook multiple things at once. Because when you're making like a fuckload of meals,
That's
right,
fair.
instead of then having to wait and do the turkey has to be in there forever, but then if it sits out and you're cooking the other shit, it gets
Yeah.
cold.
See, my tax bracket, I didn't think that existed. Unless you lived on a television.
Yeah, you have like to get some shit like a plantation.
Yeah.
That's where you find.
All I want is just an oven that has the light in it. Like, that's all I want. That's it.
That seems like a real low
very,
bar.
very,
you
very
guys.
low
Does yours
bar.
Not have a light in
You
it?
got a
I mean, it just
flashlight right
never
now?
works. So it's like cell phone. Like, I'm just using the cell phone light.
Why don't you just replace the bulb?
Because I don't know how that works.
You have an
I
apartment.
just have to call the apartment. Like,
Right.
don't you
Yeah,
call
I
them
do
and then
that.
they fix it?
That's
One of the few benefits of renting.
Yes.
Yeah,
You don't have to
it's-
take
you
care of
really
that.
need to take
Ah.
into it.
I didn't know that. I see.
Oh,
Yeah, you just go, hey.
I still have bugs in the lights that like I need to get cleaned out. But do you clean that or do you tell them to clean that?
They'll do
Because
it.
all I
You
get
can
is
tell them to clean
filters.
it.
That's all I get are air filters. But everything else, they just leave you to the wolves. That's it, man.
No, dude.
Just call them.
Call them and be like, hey, the light's out in my oven. They'll come replace it. And be like,
See, I
hey,
didn't-
while you're here,
I
there's
didn't know that was
bugs in my other lights.
Yeah.
I just thought that like
Yell
the
at-
benefit of living in an apartment is you just don't have to mow
Yeah,
a
I'm
lawn.
pretty sure like even if your fucking light bulb goes out, you can just call them and have them replace.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's
I mean,
what's
I've
fine
never
with the
done
LED.
that. Yeah.
So like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems a little wild.
Yeah,
Again, tax bracket. Super ignorant to all of this.
Yeah, that is
mind blowing.
That is the benefit. Is that if shit breaks, you don't have to fix it. You can just call your landlord.
I'm about to invest in stock now. How does that
There
work?
you go.
How does that work?
It's
Really?
it's really surprisingly easy.
But it's like,
It's just typically a bad idea.
oh, I'm derailing us. I apologize.
I think that's
fine.
Sam's goal
I was
every
fine
time
with
Ben's
derail.
not here is to have the most off the rails episode, and I feel like we're already well
Well,
on
I mean,
our
we're
way.
just gonna chat. Literally, the next one is we're just gonna rank Thanksgiving foods.
Ooh, okay.
We can get to that whenever y'all feel like.
Oh,
it.
but the Deadpool versus the Mass Chat. I mean, I guess
we already talked about it.
you talked that it exists,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the animation was good.
Yeah, 2D team did it. They're thugs. That's all.
Man, that looks
killed it.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
That was really
Crazy.
fun. It was a really fun fight to watch. It was really
And the
good.
live action bit looks great.
The
thanks
live
to you.
action bit that I did not get credit for,
That was-
but it's okay.
You were in the credits?
Not in the credits. Watched it
Somebody
this
forgot
morning
'em.
on the
forgot
site. Meaning, if you haven't
Was
seen
I
it
in
yet,
the
be a first
credits?
member, then you can see it. You're always in the credits.
I am.
I think all of you guys are in the credits.
Oh,
except me.
the cast was in the credits.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm in there as Peter B.
Yeah.
Parker.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
so you
cool.
got an acting credit, but I
Got
didn't.
like 3 credits, and you didn't get one.
So you just like,
That's not cool.
it's whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a re-upload. There's time before it hits you.
Yeah, I was Deadpool in the bathtub, which I was all the iterations of live action Deadpool, which I wasn't thrilled about. That was a really like.
You hate Deadpool.
Well, yeah, and it's like it was like a what was going to be a full productive work day, and they're like, don't get any of that goddamn work done. Come with us back to your own home. And I was like, I could have just been here already. Like,
Nice
it's very
house, by the way.
stupid.
Wait, so you
Yeah, we
went?
just did a big we got a bunch of furniture and rearranged. Now it looks so much better.
So
You
real
should
quick.
come over just so.
So
Just
we
to take a look.
so
Be
we
like,
know.
good upgrades, and then you can go home. But
I still haven't been to your house.
yeah, you should come. It's like over there.
Hey, you should.
It's
That way.
It's one of those places where when you drive to it, you think you're getting lost.
We thought we were lost.
I thought I was lost multiple times.
Yeah,
Where
it's
are
it's
we?
kind of
It
like
was like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, because it's like the road right until you turn left on ours is like old country shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it's like all of a sudden you bust into new suburbs and you're like, oh, this is weird.
Like I was getting very nervous. I was
Yeah.
kind of like, I don't want to. Let me check my gas.
You don't
make
need
sure
to get
engine lights are
redneck
on.
nervous back there.
That's fair.
It's actually those houses that look like they might be that are actually like really well they seem
$million-dollar
nice.
houses.
But they're like this. I don't know if it's what they're doing, but it is the most active like large scale family parties I've ever seen, and like they get super over the top crunk. Like they're the ones I had to help them get
pig.
the pig back.
Yeah.
And shit, and like they have mariachi bands playing until midnight, like full on, like that whole yard is getting fucked.
had
Sounds
a
like
pig.
blast.
Sam talked about
lost
it
a
last
pig?
week. They
had a
raise
pig,
pigs and they slaughter them for their own family
Yeah,
affairs.
when they have like a big
Okay,
family
okay.
thing, they're like they do the pig in the ground, I guess.
And like,
and,
choose a
they
pig.
Have, yeah, they have bands and everything,
okay.
and it's like it's not traditional like redneck country. It's like nice. We'll help you. Here's a tamale country. It's
Did I
very-
ever tell you that when I was 5 years old, when I was 4, my mom and dad got me
Big
a pig for my birthday.
What?
Then cause
Hold up, what?
You had a pet pig?
I had a pet pig. Well, it was just I mean, I think it was a full-grown pig, so
So it wasn't like a
I don't
guinea
ever
pig?
remember it being like a piglet. And the reason why I bring that up is because that was on my 4th birthday. Then
What?
on my 5th birthday,
You ate?
we ended up eating that pig, and I didn't know it. And they didn't tell me. And I remember I was just like, yo, you know who should be here at this dinner? My pig.
What was
and
his
then I don't
was
remember
like,
what name I
"He
gave
is
it.
delicious?"
I remember, it was probably that. I mean, I think honestly the name I gave it was Bonk because of that TurboGrafx 16 game. I don't know if anyone knows that. But anyway,
Bonk's Adventures.
that was it.
Yeah.
So anywho, but
Well, he
but I
only
just
had about a year of
remember-
his adventures.
Exactly. I just remember playing with that pig all the time, but it was still like borderline frightening because it was huge. But then I remember on the 5th birthday, I was like, man, this is dope. You know who should be here? Bonk should be here. And then my mom does that thing where she lifts the thing, and I'm just looking at him. I was so disappointed. Still ate him, but
Wow,
very
that's
disappointed.
fucked up.
Dude, that seriously is some dark, twisted shit.
Yeah, that's my family. That's
Yeah.
what we do.
You gotta get some memoirs going.
For Christmas, my
Chapter
mom
1.
does a thing when I was a kid where she would wrap our old toys in like actual boxes and gift wrap them and put them in the closet so that whenever we went to go like try to sneak little peeks and whatever, it was just our old shit.
I like that.
Yeah, my mom is
That's good.
very devious person. Very devious.
Well,
I love her and I'll see her in a couple days, but
I'm just wondering how how that trauma translated to your adult life.
I think I've just deep down, it's somewhere in there, and it's just gonna come out
Do you have,
randomly
like-
enough in the next 10 years, I'm
Right.
sure.
Do you have like commitment issues or abandonment issues?
Oh, commitment issues, absolutely.
That's yeah, that's what it is.
Absolutely.
That's what it is. Because it's like, yeah, I committed to that pig, and then I had to eat it. So like, that's why I refused to make a decision.
On anything. That's it. No life decisions for me. I'm not eating that pig. That's just how that works.
Jesus,
Man,
man,
do you
that's
think about that every time you have pork, or?
No,
Now he
I
will.
just think pork's delicious, but like
It is.
I think about it every
good.
time I see like a pig. That's about it. Or just every birthday, I just think about, you know who should be here?
bonk.
Bonk.
It's sad.
Man,
rough,
Sam's
man.
like, I'm excited about Thanksgiving. You're like, I ate my childhood
I ate my
friend.
child.
That's wild. It was a good story though. That really is some like, that's fucked up.
Yeah, you know.
good.
Yeah, I think I turned out well though.
Yeah,
I think I turned out.
Oh,
So I love about Death Metal Cast is we really get to know the reasons for things. So Nick, doesn't swear. And then when I find, for years, I'd known Nick, and he would tell, a story about how he once accidentally swore when he was rhyming with buckle,
Yeah.
and he accidentally said buckle.
Buckle.
Right? And,
Does that count?
so for,
enough.
I'm
Apparently
talking,
it does.
I've heard this story so many times. And then one time, he then decides to tell me what happened afterwards, which was they were driving, and his mom pulled the car over, got out, got up in his face, who was like, what did you say? Oh my God, and never say that word again, and blah, blah, blah. And he's a child. And I'm like,
Oh,
no
wow.
fucking wonder that you don't
He
swear.
cried and stuff. Yeah.
Right.
Like,
It was that Christmas
Yeah.
Story scene. He's just has soap in his mouth. I think
Yeah.
that's how that works. Josh doesn't cuss, but I found a loophole how to make him do it.
Sure. Oh, yeah?
You just write it in a script.
Yeah.
And he will say it.
At a table read?
At
I
a
mean,
table read,
What am I gonna do?
blew me away. You said it, and
I'm
it
not,
sent me
super
into
strict
another,
with it.
I was in a
Yeah.
different astral plane because I was just, I wasn't paying attention to your performance anymore. I just focused on the fact that you said the F word.
wrote it into
and
the
it was the
script,
greatest
man.
thing I'd ever heard. It
Yeah.
sounded like, I think, angels and harps.
No, see, I think the opposite. I think it sounds weird when I do it.
You've never heard a more majestic fuck.
Yeah, but you said it with such gusto, you
was
said it
so
with such
in
fervor.
character.
It was pretty dope. It was pretty dope.
That's Sam and I talked about this. Nick has this ultimate power that he could, just think
Yeah.
of how he could shut a room down if
Oh.
Nick was just like, shut the fuck up. We'd all be like, oh!
yeah. Everyone would shut up. Yeah. It
Oh,
would
yeah,
just be like,
absolutely.
well, everyone who knows him, I guess. Yeah. It's one of those things. You're storing it up for
Yeah.
a big one. It's pretty ridiculous.
And so you have that power too, Nick.
Yeah, that's kind of the point of it for me in my head is it stays strong language if you only use it when you're,
Yeah.
that kind of.
Yeah.
Love it. I want you to, we're gonna work something out. I want
Write
you
it,
to come
just
by and
write it down. I think if you just have to write it down, he'll say it.
I'll just pull out a camera and be like, this is your script. And walk up to Noah and just say, hey, fuck you. And then just
It'll be great. It'll be
Sure.
great.
That's what the rest of us save the C word for.
Yeah.
That's a
Gotta have impact.
it's true.
that's a tough word. I can't say that word.
You
It's-
can't?
it's so harsh.
I don't know.
I feel like you have
constructed
to
that way.
really, really dislike a person to say that word, because it just, oh god, yeah.
You should stay away from Australia then.
Oh, yeah.
Wait,
It's-
why?
It's fucking.
They
I
use the
was-
C word all over. And
Oh,
also in
man.
the UK too.
Yeah, I was hanging out with some
Monsters.
Irish people a while ago, and they were using it because the girlfriend lived in Ireland for years, so she's used to it. So somebody was like, just kind of like an old pal was like, hey, you cunt, how you doing? And I was like, you call my girlfriend a cunt, you bitch.
Whoa!
It's I could read from her body language, she just didn't care at all. She was like, oh, being Irish and shit, but I don't know, it was some shit.
How does that sound again?
Is she a Murloc?
More like a leprechaun, but
Is she underwater?
What does a leprechaun sound like?
Irish, very. What the fuck? They're all green and shit with the hat.
They're all
the clover.
green.
I feel like you're just tiptoeing racism, even though this is a mythical
Oh my
creature.
goodness.
I think that you can't really be too racist to the Irish. It's not really you can, but it's not it's like a.
What?
You're part Irish. You're good. We're all white, Chad. We're all white. It's not like they aren't on the top, right? It's fine.
They used to
Yeah, Yeah, I
Irish
know.
people were so
indentured
persecuted. There used to
servitude, I
be
get
signs
it,
that were
I
like,
get
no
it.
dogs or Irish allowed in a bar.
I get it.
Yeah.
But it's not like, I don't know. On the tiers of racism, it's not the
Should we
highest
change
one.
the tier list?
We should go to that. We can do both simultaneously if you want, because Thanksgiving actually comes from one of the worst cases of persecution.
Yeah.
So.
Title for this episode: the racist tier list.
Joe, want to go to the food thing?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure.
See what's going on.
Anything to move past
Let's
that.
do it.
Fucking hell. Peter Hayes is in the chat. And he's like, being Irish and shit? Excuse me?
Yeah, pretty much. It's
Peter,
like,
I expect some gifts of Sam for that one.
It's like, we can't do a lot of accents anymore. They're uncouth. I feel like an Irish accent you can still get away with.
Right. Sure.
See, and that's how you know in the zeitgeist of social norms, like,
It seemed like where you were actually going was, well, your skin is white, so it's
So you're good.
good.
well, it's pretty hard to, yeah, I mean, like, people can say racist Canadian shit to me, and, like, none of it's gonna even bother me ever. Like,
Is it right? Yeah.
maybe that's just me,
guess-
but yeah, see, exactly. You just fucking, just
No, no,
threw
no.
an entire
I was trying to think of-
millions of people, like, fuck y'all, not even a race.
No,
Get
I
back to
wasn't. Not at all.
Canada.
That's
Like,
what I was saying. I was trying to think of like what are the ways to be racist to Canadian people. We are in a really dangerous.
well,
zone.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but you can say the same thing with the Irish, and I know the answer is a bit easier, but still, like,
Like there is a racial slur
you can
for an
still
Irish
do.
person. Is there a racial slur for a Canadian person?
You just say,
Yeah, we
Justin
named a
Bieber.
hockey team after it.
I think you use Justin Bieber.
The Canucks was for a while, and then it was a hockey team, so it's cool again.
They just owned it.
Yeah. It's a good story
All
about racism. But, like, yeah, you can still do an Irish accent. You can do a Canadian accent, nobody's gonna get offended. Go ahead, try and do a Jamaican accent.
No.
That's my fucking point. There is a racist tier. Okay, yeah, but there's a racist tier list. I'm not saying any of it's good. I'm just saying it's a thing.
God.
Thanksgiving, y'all. What up?
What are you thankful for?
What are you thankful for? Yes.
Oh,
Oh, Thanksgiving. What do you eat, Chad? Potatoes? Like it's
see, you can do that.
That's never
joke.
gonna not be on the show again. Like somewhere he's raising his head and being like, "There's a disturbance in the force."
I think potatoes are a good part to start, though. Like mashed, crispy. What are we talking about in the potato world?
Mashed.
Mashed.
It's mashed.
Okay, see, I think that's a universally agreeable one. Is like mashed taters, best taters.
Yeah.
That's,
And on the
yes.
tier list, where are we going with the taters?
It's high.
I mean, because it's so versatile. You can do a lot with it. It's like if your turkey is too dry, mash it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if you don't like the green bean casserole, just mash it. So
Well, it's also a
Yeah.
great gravy delivery system.
see, look at that. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it
absolutely.
becomes a vessel, and like people get all super snazzy by using like a little spoon to like dig a little crevice, and then you pour
Yeah,
said
that's
gravy
right.
into it.
You want
Bro,
it
that's
almost to
baller.
look like a little mashed volcano.
Yes.
Like, it's what you really want. And if you could get the gravy to bubble up out, like that would be
Oh,
that would be prime time.
Yeah.
so based off of that, it's pretty damn high for me.
Pretty high.
Dude,
Let's go though. We have
I'm gonna
to go
skip
like
to God tier. And that's stuffing.
CBAS.
Stuffing is
Yeah.
great.
S, like that's me.
Yep.
S is like stuffing's an
plus.
S. S for stuffing,
Yeah.
right? Like that's where we are. Stuffing is top notch.
Well, quick question about stuffing.
I know where this
To
goes.
you guys, is there a difference between stuffing and dressing?
Man, what?
What?
Yes.
I just.
I
I'm
know
just
what you're talking
curious.
about. Yes, there is.
Cause like when you guys say stuffing, are you talking about? Cause I've seen people actually stuff the turkey with this.
There's two
stuffing.
types. So there's in the bird stuffing and there's out the bird stuffing. I'm down for both. Some people get really grossed out that you just
I can
like
get,
cook
yeah,
the stuffing in a
yeah,
bird's
exactly,
ass for a while.
Exactly. Yeah.
And also,
yeah,
if it doesn't get fully
You're still
cooked, you
eating
can't get
that
sick from
bird.
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty
It's fine.
dangerous territory.
But I don't care really where the stuffing comes from, as long as it's like a cornbread stuffing. That's my shit.
how do you feel about stovetop stuffing? Like straight out of the box stuffing?
Oh, I don't know if I've ever had it, so I don't know what to say.
It depends, but also as long as you have good gravy. You're so.
Yeah.
Just throw some
Gravy.
gravy on that shit. Oh fuck, I'm so
And then,
hungry. I did not eat
if
before
and then
this.
if that's not working, you mash it. That's
mash
it.
Did y'all ever have one? Because Austin brought this up the other day. He thought for like the longest time until he was like in his 20s that a normal Thanksgiving dish, it was something because that his like aunt or uncle always makes every Thanksgiving, is this thing called cheesy peas, which is not a thing normal motherfuckers fuck with.
Yeah,
Like, it's not there.
know what that
Like
is.
in like so he
What
learned
are
this.
cheesy
He was like, you know, like one year he said to me, he's like, oh man, I can't wait to eat some cheesy peas. And I was like, the fuck are you talking about? And like,
Is that what it sounds like?
yeah, it's like Velveeta and peas, I guess.
That doesn't sound
Okay,
good.
okay.
That sounds
It could be
weird.
okay.
That sounds-
I think it could be all right.
I mean,
but-
because you
You could mash it.
carbonara.
Like,
Just mash
Yeah.
it. Yeah. I mean, like, I feel like the creation of this cheesy peas could have like formed when like your food starts to like blend together.
Yeah.
So maybe that's just what happened. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of.
My
'cause
real thing is, did y'all have any weird like it showed up at our family table, but I don't know if it's a regular
I
Thanksgiving
mean, I
dish?
know it's not regular, but white rice is always at our Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, we're both half Filipino, so
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's just
This
that's
is
just how it
gonna
gets
happen.
down.
Y'all ever do the
You
stuffing
eat your
fried
childhood
rice?
pig, and then you eat.
No, that's
You
great.
make fried rice with the Thanksgiving stuffing. That's like
sounds awesome.
wild. It's
Oh.
worth doing. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Super
sounds
creative.
incredible.
Yeah, it's
that.
really good. Do it this year. It's the jam. Like that's
wanna
the
spice it
best
up?
Thanksgiving
Smash it.
leftover you can have.
Yeah.
So today, our sponsor is Hawthorne, and let me tell you about them. They are an awesome company where you can go to their website, hawthorne.co, and you can do a little quiz that asks you a bunch of questions about like what do you drink, what kind of smells do you like, and they send you a whole box of things that help you be cleaner and smell better. I got body wash, shampoo, conditioner, cologne, and they're all awesome and they smell great. And smelling great is super important because if you smell bad, people probably won't like you very much. That's just a fact of life. Don't be stinky. Get Hawthorne and smell great. And you can do that and get 10% off your first purchase today using our code CAST. You just have to go to hawthorne.co and use our code CAST. That's Hawthorne with an E, HAWTHORNE.co, and use our code CAST to get 10% off your first purchase. Now we go on with the show. Get Hawthorne, smell good.
So one of the
Match it.
one of the weirdest things I ever witnessed at Thanksgiving was also Austin. And so we would have this tradition. I hear Brian laugh. So we have this tradition because April would make a shitload of food, and then we would have Friendsgiving, and like everyone would come over and it would be like, help us bang out these leftovers because it's gonna be insane. And so we get everybody together, and so we've got this whole fucking spread, and it's like Sam and Brian and Austin and Daniel's there, and a bunch of other people, and they start going through, and they get down to the bone, and Austin starts talking about how much he likes marrow,
Oh.
and April's like, what? And I'm like, nah, dude, and he's like, yeah, no, it's like the best part, and I'm like, what do you do? And he's like, you just gotta crack into it, and he starts eating the bone. And sucking the marrow out of it.
Jeez.
And I watched this dude eat a full fucking bone. And then Daniel's like, oh, I mean, I'll try anything, so let me give that a try. So at one point, I'm sitting across the table from two adult men.
Fucking
eating,
bone suckers.
Just, sucking and crunching on bones. April literally got up, ran, and threw up in the bathroom.
Oh man.
It was a very interesting sound because it was just we hit a point where everyone's watching and it's just silence, but just crunching and sucking on
To be
bones.
fair, the marrow is very good. It's got a lot of
I mean, like I've seen people use it like in soups where
Yeah,
you
yeah.
boil it, but I've never seen you go after it.
Or
like,
you can
like,
get like the
Yeah.
beef femur where it's like it's bisected and you can like scoop it out with a spoon.
Wait, what?
Yeah. They take like
How?
a cow
What kind of
femur and bisect
spoon?
it.
Like a normal
human
bone spoon?
Because
A bone
because a cow's femur is not a small bone. Like
What does that taste like? Because I know like eventually that shit gets
Oddly
cold and then
like
it looks
beef.
like it's just straight up gelatin.
yeah,
But
it's
like,
gelatinous. No, like they want it. You want to hit it so it's like roasted and has a little like crispiness on the top and stuff. It's very good.
I'm just thinking how you physically look trying to like suck out that marrow. Like that's just not my jam. Like just trying to see.
Well, Austin was born
No,
with shark teeth, so he's very equipped for it.
Oh my gosh.
It's true.
Jesus Christ. He's a monster.
Well, that helped. I was hungry, and then thinking about that kind of evened
We
me
can
back
talk
out.
back about like the turkey. I don't. The turkey is honestly not my favorite part about Thanksgiving.
I mean, because it's got to get cooked just right. I
Yeah.
mean, it can go really bad.
Yeah, if it's
Have
dry.
y'all
it
ever
sucks.
done it fried?
Yeah.
It's a banger. Fried, I think, is the best.
I get it ordered because I'm too chicken shit to fry my own because that just looks like I'm just gonna blow something up. I'm just not about that life.
Yeah.
My parents' neighbor, he's that guy that all those stories are about, that just like the random accidents of chance. Like he blew up his deep fryer trying to deep fry a turkey. He was cleaning. So first of all, he got into shooting with my dad, and then he bought like a fucking Magnum, right? He's got this huge ass gun, and he put this big scope on it. And the first time he goes to go shoot it, he held it like this and fired it and broke his nose with the scope. He was then cleaning that gun in the garage, didn't check to see if it was loaded, and it fired. And thank God, his wife was on the other side of the wall doing laundry. Thank God it hit one of those rubber mallets that was on the stool. But yeah, he's like, I would never trust that dude to do like
Second Amendment.
anything
everyone.
important. Yeah.
Or whatever
Yeah.
amendment it is.
Wow.
Yeah, he blew up a turkey. He blew up a deep fryer.
Oh my God.
Sounds dangerous.
So where do you put turkeys? For you, it's low.
It's like a B. I mean, it has potential to be like an A.
That makes you so.
It's just so traditional, right? Like,
Yeah.
what do you like? Are you a ham dude? Like,
The ham always is
great.
better.
Oh yeah.
Ham's
Dude.
A, if not S. Like ham and stuffing are the two things I probably look forward to the most about Thanksgiving.
Oh Sam, April
Spiral
ham.
ham. Yeah, it's good.
That-
Yeah. Yeah.
She makes it's like a brown sugar cinnamon orange glazed ham, and she scores the ham ahead of time so that it's, and like she goes in constantly and is like pouring the
Doing a
stuff
little
back over it
baste,
while it's
yeah.
cooking, so like all the flavor seeps through all of the ham, and it's like unbelievable.
Yeah.
what do you guys feel about cranberry sauce?
Nope.
Yo,
To me, that's always controversial.
I knew this was
Yeah, it's like one dude doesn't like it, but
Cranberry sauce is.
You don't like it?
I'm there with the cranberry sauce, but it's like also I don't see the point in cranberry sauce if there's not also like rolls. It's pretty much like you got to get a little mash, you got a little gravy, you got a
That's
little
fair.
like
That's
you make
fair.
the little tiny roll sandwich.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's what I'm talking about.
I love cranberry sauce to the point where like when it comes out of the can, cause like that's all I eat is like canned shit. I won't like mash it up and make it feel like it's a sauce. No, I
You
just
like
want
Jell-O.
it to just boom, and then I want to slice it up, and then when you throw it in a biscuit, it's like perfectly shaped.
Yeah.
Oh, hell,
Yep.
bro,
It's a patty for your.
that's it. Low tax bracket. I'm telling you, like that's what happens. That's what.
Dude, that's the thing is like every year April complains because she'll like make cranberry sauce because somebody always says they want it and then no one ever fucking eats it. Like she's done the canned stuff one year, she's like, fine, this is gonna be the year. She made like homemade cranberry sauce when like all super fancy, still nobody fucking ate it. She was the only one. She's like, and every year she's like, I'm not making it again next year, and yet somehow she buys it and then.
So is it the taste? Like, what do you not like about it? Does it not?
I feel like it doesn't
It's just-
belong.
it doesn't
out of
people-
place.
I don't think that
It's to provide a
people-
little
Yeah.
sweetness. Like
They don't
when
understand
you do
the
this, when you do this, it's, there you go.
Yeah, that's what
provides
they
a little
don't- yeah.
harmony, right? You do this.
Yeah.
Are you asking for a bribe? Like,
It's the sweet and savory of the whole
That's
thing.
true.
Like, you
So,
gotta
yeah.
get it like, and that's why the little roll sandwich brings everything together.
see,
Like,
fuck
And then
that.
if you
I would
don't-
rather have my roll dipped in gravy.
Yeah.
But if you
Yeah,
don't
you're
like
doing
it,
both, bud.
mash it. That's
Yeah.
it. Solves
And just
the
everything.
whole roll, the
Just
whole roll.
The whole thing.
I'm gonna just get a Thanksgiving feast and put it in a blender and be like, there you go.
With the honestly, you
Oh.
can get the whole plate and just like throw it in a bucket of mashed potatoes. Like, if the plates at Thanksgiving were just already mashed on the bottom, I would be fine with that. I'd be like, that's fine. Like literally everything can go with the mash. Like it's totally. I have no issues with the entire thing being mixed in mash.
So, you know,
At all.
when I talked about the blended thing, do you know what that made me think of?
What?
Do you remember when you bought those fucking Jones sodas?
Years ago, yeah.
A million years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
It was, Sam was at Walmart. He was like, you, John, and then
That was literally like 16 years ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he bought, it was Jones soda Thanksgiving in a can. It was a soda that was supposed to taste like a
They had
Thanksgiving.
they had a whole bunch of.
What does that
One was
taste like?
One was Brussels
Vomit.
sprouts. And like one was it tasted. They were all fucking terrible.
They were so bad. And then it's one of those things that we just had at the house so that when people were over, you're like, oh, you gotta try this. Just so we can like,
Did
get
it
rid
say
of
like
them.
what was in it? Like I assume it was turkey, some gravy.
Well,
mash.
some were different. Some was like mash and gravy. One was Brussels sprouts. One was like
Oh.
yam casserole.
Brussels
That was
sprouts.
yam
Oh.
casserole was the only one that was kind of like palatable. I can't remember all of them because this was literally 16 years ago. Yeah, but
One of them was Thanksgiving in a can. It was
yeah, it
the
was
meal.
Thanksgiving.
Maybe
It
the
was-
yam one might taste all right, but everything else just sounds terrible.
Oh, it was. One was
See,
just
the
like
yam, that's how I'd rather get my sweet into the meal. is the
Like,
yam.
but do you
I
throw a
hate it when
little?
people
Do you
do
throw
the
a marshmallow? You
on
hate
top.
that? Oh,
I don't know. Okay, but to be fair, I haven't had that in probably the better part of a decade. I saw it at the Friendsgiving I was at last Friday, and I wanted to eat some, but I also didn't want to like be the person that leaves shit on their plate at Thanksgiving because that's unacceptable. Like if you leave things on your plate, you're a monster. Get out of here. So
You just gotta choke that down first. What you don't like, eat that first, so that you finish on the good.
I guess so. Wait,
I mean,
don't know.
I just
it looks so weird.
I just
It
get
was so
I
sweet.
just create my own plate. Like I don't trust anyone else to like make my plate. So like if I don't like it, I just skip it. Are you guys like dealing with
Well,
it?
no, that's what I'm
No,
saying.
I did the
yeah,
same
yeah.
thing. I skip what I'm not gonna eat. Fuck that.
I made my own plate and I didn't put the sweet potato casserole with the marshmallow topping on it just because I didn't want to be like, oh, I've left stuff on my plate
But
because
you
it wasn't good. Whoever made this dish,
Yeah,
it's bad.
and you could F it up pretty easily, like, cause that's what people do is they cover it in the marshmallows so they just can't tell how like
Right.
is it done because obviously the marshmallows are just burning to hell at that point. So I've seen people fuck it up pretty easily. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it takes some skill. What do you guys feel about deviled eggs? Do you guys do that? Is that
Dude,
just
okay,
me?
no,
no.
deviled eggs are weird as fuck.
April does it. She makes them, and I'm always. I don't know. There's something about blending an egg yolk with mayonnaise and stuff and putting it back in. I don't know. It like everyone says they're really good, but every time I'm like, should I? And I'm, I don't know. Maybe this year I'll branch out and just try one just to do it. But
I hate the consistency of the shell.
Wait, you're eating the shell?
what the fuck kind
the
of deviled
deviled
eggs are
egg.
you eating?
Yeah, because, well, it's like the shell is part of, okay, not the shell, the egg white after it's been cooked. That's kind of what I mean.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah,
Got it,
sorry. No, like I know the shell's peeled off.
so you
but
don't
it's
like
got that
hard-boiled
white, like,
eggs?
yeah, I don't.
Oh.
In general, hard-boiled eggs are fucking disgusting. Cannot get through them.
I agree.
How you feel
They're
about
the worst.
avocados?
Gerard
I like
just agreed with you.
avocado, but
So.
usually you gotta put it with something.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Like just straight avocado, get that shit out of here.
I like
But,
the texture of egg, of like a hard-boiled egg.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I mean,
Rubber?
Huh?
Yeah,
Like
I don't like
rubber?
the
Rubber?
texture.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's
Because it makes you think of that damn cranberry sauce.
Like I don't know what it is, but hard-boiled eggs kind of fuck my shit up. Like I just don't. There's like a mental block. It's not that they taste terrible. It's just something about the texture I don't. And like I ate a fucking century egg, no problem. Like the old fucking black thing that's been sitting in a cellar for years. I ate one of those and I was like, not bad. And then I
Wait,
get a
wait.
hard-boiled egg. I'm like, ooh, like.
what
You
the
didn't
hell
hear
is
about
it? I mean, like I've heard
the old-
tales of
Yeah,
the
the
century
old-
egg, but
he-
what
he
is
went
it?
to- Go ahead.
It's an old egg that you put in like I guess.
Is it hard-boiled or is it just an egg?
Charcoal.
Is that
I
what
don't
the void
know.
egg is in Stardew Valley?
Pretty much, I think.
Okay.
No wonder. It's,
Put it in terms I can understand.
yeah.
Yeah. No, that's because a witch cursed your chicken. It's very different.
That is true.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they pack the egg around with charcoal and that makes it all black, and they just kind of leave it in like a
What's it taste like?
dark, damp place. Like
A dark dip.
it honestly tastes kind of like the
Like-
actual literal dank. It tastes dank. Like
It tastes like despair.
Like a basement.
Is that what you're saying?
No, like
It tastes like no hope.
musty basement-y kind of like thing.
Dude.
It was pretty good. Like I was like I could see myself at least the yolk putting that on toast because it had like old
Do you like
earthy
an
taste to
egg
it.
in your ramen?
Oh fuck yeah.
Yo.
Onsen eggs, like if they're hot, doesn't bother me at all. I think that's the thing. Cold ass eggs is what bothers
And that's
me.
the thing with deviled eggs. Like,
They're cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that onsen egg or the ajitama and shit. Like, ooh, fuck yes. But it's like they're hot.
Yeah.
And I can get behind that.
That's my only beef with deviled eggs is that everything else on the plate is relatively warm to hot, and then you just have that ice fucking cold ass egg, and it just
Yeah.
You keep on,
Tastes like
I have
bread.
had good deviled eggs that I actually liked.
Yeah.
But they're far and few between. Like,
yeah.
Also, April always serves them as an appetizer, like not during the meal.
Sure.
that's fair.
I think that's probably the better way to serve them.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want one during the meal because it's like there's so many things. Like at that point, I'm like, get out here, you.
So when you say appetizer, are you saying that that for your family you guys have courses?
No, so this is like, hey, food's still cooking and everybody's hanging around
Well, okay,
drinking. Like,
gotcha,
get this in your
gotcha.
stomach so you don't get too wasted.
That's
That's where I get my sweet. That's why I don't eat cranberry. I just drink a lot of wine.
just drink. That sounds like a headache.
Dude, that Friendsgiving when April threw up, that was probably one of the factors, was because that was the year it was like super stressful with the actual Thanksgiving, because we had Friendsgiving for dinner. And like it was like lunch for what we did for the whole family. And April just got shithoused hammered. I think she drank like 2.5 bottles of wine because she was all stressed about the family and stuff.
Yeah. That's honestly, drinking during the holidays is like nearly a necessity.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's how you have to deal with it all, is just, because it's so hard, especially if you have a lot of family. Like, when it's just my parents, I'm like, whatever. But if you do any extended family shit, every time I'm like, nah, bring me alcohol. Like, I can't.
My family, like, we don't drink alcohol.
Really?
And it makes it, like, that much more unbearable because we all are sober and dealing with each other. So it's
Yeah.
like, that, the idea of drinking is, I'm very curious now of what that's like. I'm curious if I could, like, work that into
It's
the
better
tradition.
because when that like uncle shows up that's like, Trump's not so bad, you're at least drunk. Like, you can feel it, like, and you'll be like, okay, all right, I'm just gonna go get another glass. Let's fucking start. And then usually you're bold enough by the end of the night because everybody's drunk to just tell each other you're wrong and then go on your day. Like,
And then you fight and you go to bed and that was a happy Thanksgiving.
Leftovers.
yeah.
Dude, does your family like all stay there or does everyone leave at the end of the night? Because with my family, we all leave. Like, we all kind of leave as quickly as possible. So I think it's what keeps us together, though, is that we don't like to wear out our welcome.
Yeah, see, whenever we have big ones, it's always in Canada, and everybody's like gone there pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, half of the family has. So,
Thanksgiving. In Canada?
yeah.
Wait, is that allowed?
Canadian Thanksgiving
Is that constitutionally
is a thing.
allowed?
That's a different day, though.
Yeah, it's a different day.
What
What
day
are you
is
talking
it?
about?
It's like a
Same food,
month
though.
before? It's like a month or before?
It's like, yeah, it's close to Halloween or something like that, but it's still, yeah, you just go there, chill.
But y'all do like November Thanksgiving in Canada?
No, we do Canadian Thanksgiving. in
Canadian
Canada.
Thanksgiving. Okay.
Yeah.
What's
You're
the
talking about
story
a different thing
behind
this whole time.
Canadian Thanksgiving? Like, is it?
Well, when
does
it's
it, does
big
it-
family, yeah. When it's like the
Okay,
whole
okay.
family, which is usually once every like 4 or 5 years, is when it's like the big whole family.
Like, I'm curious. Like, does Canada do it just because the states do it, or like, do they actually
Oh.
have their own?
No, there's an actual reason for Thanksgiving.
I wish we had a
Canada.
better Canadian representative.
And it just so happened to be close to ours. Like, that sounds like Canada's biting a little bit.
If somebody knows in the chat, feel free to let us know the
don't
meaning
know.
of Canadian
doing it
Thanksgiving,
first.
because Sam's only half
Yeah,
Canadian.
they're trying to do it quicker. Oh, F that.
And Sam also has very, very little effort. Just like that shirt he's wearing, and like the shirts that we're all wearing, you can get at store.roosterteeth.com because there's Black Friday sales going on right now.
Or you could get, you get for every 2 shirts you buy, you get 1 free Death Battle or Screw Attack shirt.
That's
It's
not
actually
going right now.
Oh, it'll be. I saw it on the store when I looked earlier.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Anyway, there's a bunch of Black Friday deals and stuff that have
Just-
already started.
Go buy the Death Battle ones, please.
Yeah.
Even if they're the free ones you get after buying these 2 shirts, go buy the Death Battle.
That would be great. Dude, I love those news. I still don't have the one with the little skull in the corner.
I don't either.
Oh, I don't have that.
Neither do
Nobody
I.
sent me.
What the hell?
Come on.
I know.
Let's go take them.
All right.
Where does one take them?
I don't know. I don't know where the warehouse is.
Oh, I don't know. Did I show you guys? A fan had sent in. They made a really cool like replica out of like looks like it's like laser cut plastic or acrylic of the Death Battle DC logo.
Oh,
Across
that's
the
cool.
wall. We did. I've got it in the
Fancy.
office.
Nice.
Yeah.
You just hoarding it over there?
Well, so we started
in your ivory tower?
Yes, our ivory bungalow.
Bungalow is such like, I always assume it's like a tropical place or something.
Like, there's got to
Oh,
be
really?
at least
Yeah.
one cot in there, but I'm always disappointed when
Yeah.
I see there's no cots there, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that doesn't count as a bungalow. There's got to be a torch somewhere. I don't know.
And a hammock. Dude, set up a hammock in your office.
Ooh, I don't know. How would that work? I'm not good with like hammocks. I still can't master
Yeah, it's
the
just
like.
a big piece of
roll
cloth.
in?
I think master the get out
One
part.
side,
What do you mean
Oh,
the
yeah,
get
that
out
looks
is
good.
just like
You
a
just
bit of
lean?
an awkward roll?
Yeah, you just lean and then let your foot come down first.
You just can't do it cool enough. So I'm
Make
never
sure
good.
people aren't looking, you know.
And I'm
You
always
can also just
I'm always afraid to sleep in
shimmy.
it.
Why?
Always afraid.
Bring your legs up and then you do like a little,
Yeah,
and then lean forward.
yeah. You
You're
can
out.
also do the
Easier
twisty.
said than done. You guys, You guys are like inline skaters, so you're just like physically coordinated. You're physically coordinated. No, all I did was like Tony Hawk Pro Skater, so I have no real life coordination.
Okay, all right. I don't know. I feel like that's like, you're 30. Get over your fears.
Of a hammock.
Like what? You gotta stop letting fears hold your
It's
life
not a
back.
fear. It's just more of like I don't need to deal with that shit. I got shit to do. So then I just look at it and then go the other direction.
If you're in an environment with a hammock, you probably don't got shit to do.
But I'm never in that because I never vacation. Because I don't know how that works either.
I don't know. I mean, I've taken like 2 in my grown-up life. Like I've actually, but like,
I just took a vacation.
just took a vacation.
I just took one, and you want to know what I did for a whole week and a half?
just did
It
it
was this.
because he doesn't know how to vacation.
Doesn't know how to.
That's exactly what I did. Yeah.
Oh, let's plan a trip. Teach
You
Noel.
ever gone gambling?
Oh, okay. So I have gone gambling. It was such a terrible experience. I will never do it again. So here's what it is.
there
my
goes that
game,
idea.
my game is blackjack because I feel like in my mind you have a better chance of securing your own victory, I guess.
Yeah.
But I remember the way that I practiced was it was on the Wii. And it was like it was like a 99 cents blackjack game. I forget what it's called, probably blackjack. But I remember I just used that and I practiced and I trained and I trained. I got really good. But the downside was I did not learn that when you get to a real table, you're playing against the house. So basically, it's almost like you don't really want to screw everyone over.
Yeah.
So that the house loses. I didn't know that, so I'm just getting blackjacks for myself, not knowing I'm creating a whole slew of enemies right next to me. They are livid. And I just remember this super old ass lady, she was like 800 years old, and she was smoking, and she got so pissed at me, she just cussed me the hell out. And I remember it threw off my whole vibe, and I ended up losing so much money. And the downside was, this was in, what is it called, Choctaw or whatever in Oklahoma? Windstar.
Oh, Windstar, yeah.
And I had this whole event for my birthday that I was gonna go there, and Journey was playing. So I was like, oh, fuck.
Oh yeah, it's all lining up.
So I was like, I'm gonna go watch Journey for the first time in my life, win so much fucking money. All that happened was I missed Journey because I lost $500, and then on the way home, it was just me and my mom. I just didn't want to talk to anyone because I was like, I fucking missed Journey, and I lost so much money. Gambling, never do it, kids. Just never fucking do it. Never do it. And
You
then
gotta go gambling right.
I just hope that old lady's dead by now.
Oh, yeah,
That's
pro-
it.
She probably is.
So
She was 800 and smoking.
Oh.
She's probably done.
lots of things here.
She
First of
cursed
all,
me.
take whatever money you're comfortable with if it just disappeared in front of you. So like expect like that you're paying for the entertainment and the fun. Like when you go to like
Well,
Vegas, that money's
also-
fucking gone.
Yeah.
Right?
Never
fair.
ever gamble in Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah, that's
That's actually the first point of this entire thing.
I got a whole list of
Don't
things for
go
this for sure.
gambling
Yes.
in Oklahoma.
Yeah, it sucks. It will bleed you dry. They have you have to ante up
dumb
for
ante
every
thing is
fucking thing.
fucking awful.
They don't get you. Sorry, they give you free soda, but they don't give you free booze, which is a crime if you've been to like Vegas or Shreveport.
Yeah, because in Vegas and Shreveport, it's like, oh no, I lost $200 and I've had 27 drinks. Like, we're good.
Right, exactly.
I broke even is what just happened. Like,
Yeah.
you're hardly walking anymore. It's fine. Like,
So yeah, not Oklahoma. Make sure you're at a place that has good drink service, which is, if you come with Sam and I, we know. Dude, man, Paris has just been killing it for me the last couple
I've
times we've been to
heard
Vegas.
some of them are starting to charge for drinks.
Oh, I heard that too, but we
Like, it's just like $1 service fee every drink or something.
Well, I mean, I
which is
already
fine.
tipped
Yeah,
$1
but
no
now
matter
it's
what.
$2.
Interesting. Dude, we were at I was in Paris, and then this one waitress was just like, she knew what was happening. Like every round that she would come by, I'd be like, yeah, I'll have another. So then she just literally started just bringing me drinks like, without me ordering them, and I was like, yep, you got it. And oh, man, it was great. But so anyway, go to a place that has free drinks, be comfortable with the money, just being completely gone. And then I don't know where I was going with the last one. Just come with Sam and I. It'll be a lot of fun.
Just let me know if Journey's playing again. That's all. I gotta hit that. And then Sci-Fighter, yeah, blackjack. You are absolutely correct. It is not comparable at all.
Nope.
So
I got
throw that out.
screamed at by a Russian dude at roulette. You remember that?
Not really.
That game sounds like. Why would you play that?
Sorry, did I say roulette? I meant
That's
craps. It was
good.
craps.
Oh, yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
That-
Well, you
dude.
can do literally anything in a craps table and get screamed at. Craps tables are the most wild, like, as far as social tension is concerned, craps tables are just buck wild. Like,
This guy-
you go there, the rules are insane.
Right, and so like I always played like table games for the most part, and I just hadn't played craps. But Sam and I then were like, we're gonna learn to play craps, and this was the year that we like made a bunch of fucking money off that, and we were like, it's the best game ever. And then the next year we lost our ass on it. Anyway,
That's crap.
so like I go in and I step into like an open spot at the table. This guy was one of those people that has like a bunch of superstitions. And he was really frustrated because like I am now throwing off the person he wants to be shooting next or whatever. And then I had put my money on the table at a time that he didn't like. Right, which again, I'm still learning craps at this time, and it was like somebody's about to roll, and I put my money down or whatever, and he got like super pissed off, and then somebody like 7'd out, and then the dude just starts like screaming at me, and then like they didn't do anything about it, and I was like, okay, what the fuck, dude? And like, they're all just kind of like, sorry, I'm like, okay, because I guess he's spending a lot of money. So then the next thing happens, and I go to shoot, and he just starts yelling for me to craps out immediately. He just keeps going. He's good craps out, just talking shit. And I craps out, and he just starts clapping. And he's like, woo!
What an asshole.
Good! And he's just like getting in my face. And I was like, I literally went, fuck you. And I walked away. I was so, like, that was the worst gambling experience I've ever had.
Craps
but-
are crazy, man. Like
Yeah.
people are so superstitious. It's like
yeah.
it's awesome. It's great time. I love
But that said, when you're having fun, like, dude, when Sam went on like the streak of his life, and we were both like, it was so much fun because Sam and I are just sitting side by side, and he's just shooting, and it's just never ending, and it's just money. We're like, yeah, and we're just getting drinks, and we're just having fun. And this other dude at the end of the table is betting like fucking wild. And like this dude keeps betting, it was like 10, like he was place betting 10 or whatever with like a couple $100 or something. And Sam fucking hit it like a bajillion times. And this dude just keeps like just raking in like all this goddamn money. And so he's like, after the thing, and that's the other thing, I was like, am I gonna see it happen? Because one of the reasons it's really great to play craps is because in addition that you have the best odds in the house to win, you also have the chance that like another player, like you make them a fuckload of money and then they'll tip you something, right? And I'm like, am I gonna see it happen? Dude, Sam made this dude probably like $5 to $7 grand. Like,
a lot.
Oh, so people
yeah.
can bet on you.
no, so
When you're the roller, everybody's betting on you.
Oh, gotcha. See, I don't know how to.
Yeah.
In my mind, craps is still played in like an alley corner.
Yeah.
Like you have to have like a brick wall right here and like a piss spot right there. Like that's to me that's craps. So I don't know.
Fair.
basically you can bet with or against the shooter. You have the best odds to bet against the shooter, but you don't win as much money, and some people get mad at you.
Yeah, let's go gambling. This sounds fun now.
Yeah, we got a
Sounds
little
fun
gamble.
again.
It is. It was great. But yeah, Sam just killed it. Like he and I both like made like $500-600 on just Sam's thing. Cause like
Yeah,
if
it's
you
really
keep
good.
going and you play the way that we play, like the longer he gets that
Get
going,
mildly lucky,
Oh.
like all casino. If you get lucky,
Yeah.
whew,
that's
welcome to a casino.
Is there a technique, or are you just kind of just throwing?
People say
shit?
there's a technique. That's all. You just grab 2 dice.
Did you do the whole like
instantly get
let someone
superstitious.
blow on
Let
it?
someone else
I instantly
Yeah.
get superstitious, like, cause I look at the dice, and if it's like, cause they give you like 6 or 7 to choose from, and you choose 2, they push it over. Like I don't pick any that makes a combination of the number 7, just because I'm like superstitious. Then I'll pick the other. It's the only fucking thing, and then I'm like, ha!
See, but if you 7 right out the gate, it's an instant win.
Matter. Anyways, we need to go to the community death battle because we're over
Fine.
time already. We're doing bad about this.
Well,
So let's talk about people who fight each other or something. Oh yeah, we were talking about the new starters. That's what we were talking about last week.
Oh, that's right. Them in a community death battle.
Yeah, I don't like any of them except for the monkey, Groki, I think his name is.
Well, this dude's like.
I don't know.
He's got a drum.
It becomes like he becomes like the dopest name ever, which I think is like, correct me if I'm wrong, Rillaboom. Is that
yeah,
real?
that's pretty good.
That's it, like, bro.
I just
Yeah.
don't like the lizard. Looks like he's gonna give you a bad touch. Like
Yeah.
he should
He's
have
supposed
like
to
a
be like
pedo
a
stash.
spy.
I like this guy's middle.
Yeah, I don't know.
He looks like Max from Camp Camp.
That's true.
Reboot.
I see a lot of
Yeah.
sass
Yeah.
right here. There's a lot of sass coming from this area here.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know where
feel
his
like-
pupil is.
It's under his lid.
No, I see the lip, but then it's like, but is the white part the pupil?
No,
just doesn't really have-
there's a little iris there.
I don't
Oh,
know.
I
But-
see. Yeah.
But is then, I know that's not his mouth, but it looks like his mouth is in his eye. I just hate everything about it. I'm not gonna lie. Don't like.
Yeah, this dude's got a drum, right?
yeah, it's pretty cool.
I don't care about stats. I'm just going off of how true Pokemon masters will choose just which one looks the fucking coolest. And this dude with that drum looks like he's just making bangers over the summer. He just looks like Billie Eilish and maybe Tyler the Creator are gonna open for him because he's just killing it.
But here's the thing. This is my starter in the game. Every time I've come against him, I've one-shotted him.
Well, because you're you mean that's how it works. But also, you got the fucking like.
Do you already have?
new
I
fucking.
already have him.
What's that one called?
Cinder Dance or something?
See, nah, man.
Score Bunny? You're talking about your
Score
final
Bunny's the
form?
first one.
Right.
It's
I
the
need to change it up, man.
It's fucking furry friend 9000.
Yeah, I don't
over
love
here,
his
like-
design. I
I'm
wish
not-
he stayed
yeah.
in that middle.
I always roll fire, so I'm just
fire.
gonna stick with
I
that.
haven't encountered that at all, like any forms of it.
Good.
It's because it's too sassy.
I don't know where it is.
Well, that's because if he
It's
turns
just like
sideways,
you're not,
he's invisible.
You're not worth it. You're not worth it. I just want to see this dude at like Coachella. I'm ready. I'm ready for this dude. I'm ready.
I
He's gonna kill it.
He's gonna open the set
He's
and
got-
then make ganja pancakes the next morning. At
Right
Coachella. Like,
right after him is like Lil Nas is coming in after that. I'm ready for this dude.
Yeah, I'm there with you. Like he's definitely the coolest for sure.
I started with Score Bunny. I need to restart the game and choose. Is it Groki? Is Groki the first one?
Yeah.
I've just started playing the game, so I apologize for my ignorance. So
Yeah, so Groki. Wait, we have to read what they
people said
say.
stuff, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, we have
let's
to-
read what
let's
they
do
say.
that.
Oh, and people
I always
talking
forget about
about this.
asking.
Yeah, we solved it.
how does this
We
work?
already solved it. Chad, you're gonna.
All right, Robert Caffrey says, Cinderace has a leg up on the crew with his ability to ignite pebbles on the ground into soccer ball-sized fireballs and kick them into opponents nearly 20 feet away. Igniting a small pebble like that requires at least 600 degrees Celsius to attack this way. That's interesting.
But can he make a sick trap beat for the summer? That's all I'm wondering.
We're talking about a fight to the death. Okay, interesting. That's pretty awesome. Next up, Jason Sith, or Jace, yeah, sure. Rillaboom is the strongest and toughest final form. Yep. Let me try again. Is the strongest and toughest final form Gen 8 starter, able to one-shot Inteleon while survive one blow by Cinderace. Its Boom Burst attacks omnidirectionally on all adjacent enemies. By adjacent, I mean enemies in the area. Glory to the Gorilla Lander. All right, that's.
I'm going with Rillaboom.
Yeah, it's Groki.
And then next up, Inteleon wins. This is from Hydro Arcs. Inteleon wins. It has
it's
the
a
highest
Hydro.
special attacks yeah, I know, right? And speed of the three starters, and has the mobility advantage being able to glide. It's also stated in the Pokedex that it can precisely shoot the water from its fingertips at a speed of Mach 3. Inteleon sniped its competition. I love all the little puns.
Grill Boom, because of the sick trap beat.
Sick trap beats opening up for Childish Gambino.
I like
I'm
the
in
kick
on it.
soccer ball-sized fireballs at you.
I'm gonna go Score Bunny.
Okay, so
Let's
there's
leave it up to the
2-2.
vote. Let's see.
Nobody likes Sobel or whatever.
Because it's too sassy
Inteleon.
right here. There's way too much tood coming from this direction.
I
Not
get
digging.
he's supposed to be a spy or something, but I just don't like him.
I feel like if you were to try to like use this Pokemon, it would just question you every time. But then it would
Yeah.
start to like impose on your regular life. Like it would just be like, wait, you want to be a nurse forever? Like what's wrong with being a nurse? I don't know why I'm attacking this Pokemon.
I think we're gonna
Or-
get playfully back on our old tier of racism though. For some reason,
Playful.
I bet Inteleon, or not bet, I think he looks very like French European and he's got that vibe to him. And I don't think you're gonna disagree, right? And so I'd love to see statistics of like what countries picked like their starters the most, because I bet he kills in Europe.
Oh wow.
Oh my god.
Like
I
it-
want to see that information.
Like if you almost drop your
Absolutely.
croissant. Is it?
Yeah,
is that what it
He's
is?
got yeah.
Oh
He's a little
god,
snooty
you're so
stuff.
inclined.
What? You can't talk about Europeans?
No, they're just.
Oh,
the game
man.
like takes place in Europe. So.
Look at the hand on
Yeah.
the hip though. Like, come on. Oh wait, no, he's got it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Let's see what the vote says.
Come on, Rillaboom.
Yeah!
No!
Josh and I win.
yeah.
Oh, Rillaboom is last.
Clearly,
Wow,
these are
wow.
not lovers of fine trap music.
So we were right, but you guys were also the most wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Well, to be fair, you guys had the furry community on your side, which is
Well, wouldn't they also be down with the?
Rillaboom?
Power bottom right there.
Inteleon a little bit, obviously,
Really?
but Rillaboom no.
I don't know.
I'm still sticking with Rillaboom.
Rillaboom isn't anthropomorphic enough for them.
I mean,
Look at that.
You seem to be
Look at that
speaking on
hit. Look at
behalf
that.
of an entire community.
I do that often.
That's true.
Anyways,
What a
that was fun.
What's next?
Going away.
No,
we have to pick
it's-
a-
Oh, we have to pick the next one. Shit!
the next community.
It's Quartermaster versus
Apocalypse.
Because Jordan battles with us next week, and he knows a lot about Quartermaster, obviously.
yeah.
And Quartermaster actually, if you pay a lot of attention in Camp, is, we'll let Jordan explain it, but is a very, 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 very powerful, timeless lord person. So Apocalypse seemed like a good
The first mutant.
matchup.
Right.
Okay, cool. So Quartermaster from Camp Versus Apocalypse
They have a lot
You
of
know,
similar powers.
Have fun with that, everyone.
and Sabanur. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, use the hashtag DeathBattleCast on Twitter
Do that.
and go vote and let us know what you think. Who would win between Quartermaster?
Also, send us your
And
Thanksgiving tier list, I guess. That'd be fun, too.
Also, your racist one. Please don't actually do that one.
No, don't. That's a bad look.
And don't gamble in Oklahoma, everyone.
No.
Thanks for that.
Don't gamble in Oklahoma.
Gerardo.mejia at roosterteeth.com for that.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.